Hey, boils and ghouls, it's me, your old pal GG Grotesque, and I'm back with another 7 Days to Die video. We just finished up a build spotlight for a rocket launcher, and today we're going to be checking out a new build. Some of the times whenever I hit zombies, it's like 910% damage. It's absolutely insane, super nutty. Let's go ahead and take a look at the equipment that I'll be using. Let's get into some of the build stuff. It's going to be super cool. I think you guys will like it. I did this build through another POI in the wasteland that was like a 7, so, and I took next to no damage. This is just an insane build, like insane. So the first thing here is the gear. So taking a look at the gear, 60% plus 60% sneak damage from the hood, the assassin's hood. I decided to just take 3 points or 3 pieces of the assassin's gear. So I took the hood, the chest, and the boots, and the reason why I took the chest is because I get the 30% effectiveness just from the chest piece. And whenever you start looking at the talent points that you get, whenever you start bumping your skills into there, you're going to get up to like a 95% effectiveness on your sneak. So you can actually kill one zombie, and a lot of times the other zombies that are around it won't even react because your sneak is that effective. A lot of times it doesn't even take 2 hits to kill something. Let's take a look at the boots though. Minus 100% on the sprint stealth noise. You can find other boots that might be better for this or have a better effectiveness. Right now I do not care about the set bonus for these. The set bonus for these is just reduced chance of critical injuries. Become hidden faster. This right here is the creature gloves. It reduces chance of critical injuries, but we're not looking at that. What we're looking at is this here, increases damage dealt to the undead. So whenever I'm looking at this, I'm getting an additional 60% damage undead, which almost everything here is undead. So this is going to be a lot of damage going out. Just from the armor, we get 120% damage increase, which is insane. Now let's take a look at the books that we have. Now, if this was a nighttime POI, we would be just slaughtering everything, because at nighttime you deal 10% more sneak damage. You get a 5% better sneak at night, so that gives you 100% sneak effectiveness. Bladed weapons do 10% more damage at night. You also get an extra 50% sneak damage to sleeping victims, and then an overall 200% damage as a bonus for reading all of these with knives at night. So at night, this is going to be insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the day, set time. Oh, I have to turn on debug mode. Make sure I'll turn it off. So I'll set the time real quick to it's at day 102. I'll set it to 101, and we'll set it to 2200. So this is just right at the nighttime. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this debug mode off so you guys know I'm not cheating at this. I'm just turning this here so you guys can see the maximum amount of damage that you get while sneaking up and killing people. This is a Crack-a-Book HQ POI that we're going to go into. You guys are going to see some really insane gameplay here. Let's take a look here too at some of the other stuff I have. I went ahead, and this spec, I have the M60 machine gun, so I have, of course, all of these. This right here will boost your run speed after getting a kill. Now, the machine gun is pretty much for whenever you get swarmed, because there are times in a POI where you just have zombies that spawn or they'll drop from the ceiling and they will just swarm you. So this right here is for that purpose, right? So it's for that purpose. And then of course you want to make sure that you have the Ermic combat books, so you are Sneaking over trash makes no sound. You don't detonate landmines. Armor doesn't slow you down in combat. You take 5% less damage and deal 10% more damage when indoors. So this right here is amazing. Oh, and the silencers have no penalty because I have a silencer on my gun. So my gun has a silencer here. These are the mods I'm running with it. Rad Remover, Drum Magazine, because I like to have a lot of ammo. I'm a spray and pray type of person. Silencer mod, and then the reflex sight always helps. And then, of course, for my machete, I have Rad Remover, serrated blades, and then structural brace mod along with the ergo grip. These are the only 2 weapons that I'm using. This is the only weapon that I'll need. Unlike the rocket launcher build where I had 3 different weapons, 1 melee, 2 range, plus landmine, so technically 4 different weapons. This only requires 2. It's a very low cost. Notice all these rounds. I've been doing POIs in this spec, and I haven't used hardly any of these rounds, and you're going to see how many rounds I actually used ammunition with this build being in sneak the entire time. So let's take a look then at the build itself. So for the build itself, I went ahead and I got 8 of 10 in perception, so I could pick up Infiltrator, which is taking less damage from mines, things like that. Penetrator, this right here is what I really wanted. I know that I'm not using a spear, I'm not using archery, but I will have specialized ammo for this just to maximize my damage with the firearms. So I get 20%, ignore 20% armor with firearms or archery, and then 40% on anything with target armor reduction. So this is actually really good for increasing and maximizing your damage. This one right here is just kind of a whatever, just if you needed something to spend. I want you to notice that I have 3 available points here, and that is because I leveled up to level 100. I spent all of those points, so every time I have a build, it's a level 100 build. Doing POIs in this, I have gained 3 levels, and I have not spent those points. So I refuse to spend them just so you guys can see what this looks like at this level. Taking a look at strength, I picked up 5 of 10 just so I could get some pack mule. And then fortitude, I went 9 to 10, and I put a mod on my helmet for the extra fortitude, and I picked up 5 of 5 healing factor, 5 of 5 iron gut, and 3 of 3 cardio. Now this will help me heal. This 1 health every 5 seconds, and critical injuries heal twice as fast. Then iron gut reduces the chance of dysentery, but it also reduces my water and food usage whenever I'm fighting or doing other things. And then cardio, this helps with running, 30% regen with your stamina while running. Stamina is the king stat in this game, so everything you do requires stamina, and stamina is very important. And then of course the reduced HP loss by 20% from the iron chin here in pain tolerance, and you can't be stunned, so that is very big. Now let's take a look at the agility. I went 10 to 10 here. I picked up deep cuts, and deep cuts will inflict 7 bleeding wounds on an enemy, and power attacks inflict 5. All glancing blows cause 1 bleeding wound. Enemies run 20% slower while bleeding. Killing blows grant 30% stamina, and it's 50% more damage with blade. So we were already at 120% more damage with just the armor, and then you start thinking about all the extra damage that we're getting, 200% from the books plus an extra 10% for being at night. All this other stuff just adds up so much. And then whirlwind, we can attack really fast. Medium armor, because I am wearing medium armor. And then hidden strikes, this right here, 250% sneak damage. So we're looking right now at, like at night, we're looking at over 600% damage just from sneak attacks. And this right here is really good to do. Hide and shadow, 60% more effective, which with our armor bonus, that's 95% total. And then sneak and movement, all of that plus the muffled sounds from the silencer, 50% more muffled, and then sneak movement should be faster. So we're looking at a lot of damage just being cranked out. I didn't put anything whatsoever in intellect. We'll do an intellect build sometime soon, but for right now, this is just the key. So you guys can see here.
Enemies, prepare for conflict.
Oh, they didn't even see me. That's how effective this is. So I'm super lucky because I didn't have any issues or problems while I was standing out there just being crouched. As you could tell, the zombie bears that were out there didn't even see me. I do have 1 point in parkour. Parkour isn't something that you have to take, but I do have it. And I took it because of things like this, where I'm going to be... I'm going to be jumping across things. I'm very bad at judging that distance. So let's see where we can go. This is actually kind of a weird jump here. Now let's go up. Do which way? I think we're going. Oop. We'll sneak this way. But as you can tell, you always follow the lights going into POIs. I am not really looting everything. I'm just here showing you guys the POIs and how this works. So look here, I'm walking over that, no sound.
My senses have picked up something.
She is not gonna see me. Maybe she will. Maybe she will. I didn't think she would, but yeah, she's seeing me. Super quick on the death there though. 8.6 times, so 810%, 910%, and that is without the alcohol. So we can actually make that much bigger by adding in alcohol. The only thing about the alcohol is it does make you drunk, like it gives you this drunk feeling. And he's just dead. So the alcohol adds 400% damage, and you are just slaying things at this point. Notice how I am just walking or crouching through this. My crouch gives me a really good speed because of the books and stuff that I took. And it's pretty much one shot, one kill all the way through this. I don't use the alcohol as much because of how it makes everything so blurry, but it's really cool to have if you're just wanting to use it. There are other alcohols out there that'll increase like range damage, things like that. If you want to do a ranged build, where you're using a bow and arrow with this type of thing, so you can use a compound bow, and it will do a ton of damage. 910% damage is just crazy as it is. You're doing so much damage just walking in. They're not even waking up half the time. You have a 50% chance to dismember, so a lot of times you're just slaughtering these guys. It's kind of super nutty how it's happening. Like this build is almost broken. And notice I'm still crouching the entire time. I don't have to do anything. I can walk over that glass, no crunching sound. I did walk on top of that guy, so he did wake up, but for the most part, this is just how it goes. This is the entire build. Let's see how, and it's not like it's gonna take a long time either to be And most of these guys don't even wake
Prepare
up.
for conflict.
Most of these guys don't even wake up. Now, if I'm using other types of builds, I'm definitely getting massive amounts of zombies coming at me because I'm making so much noise. If I were to bring the rocket launcher build into here, I would have so many zombies coming at me. This one, they're not even getting out of bed. They haven't even woken up yet. And I think that that's pretty cool because I can walk into this room here and just kill and kill. And they're not even batting an eye. Some of them aren't even out of bed yet. It's a bigger bonus if they're asleep, so it's like 500, yeah, 500 more, or no, like 50% more maybe, I don't know. Like you're going from 8.6 to 9.1, so yeah, it's a little different. It's a little bit of a difference, not super huge, but okay. Let's go see. We had 2 ways to go here. Not there. But we did have 2 ways to go, so let's look for the light and we'll go to the light. I think this exit right here, this exit sign right
My
here,
senses have picked up
shows
something.
me exactly where I need to go. So I'm going to go up here. And notice that this is a 7 skull, right? This is 7 skulls. I don't even have to get that. Most of these guys are just going to die. I'm just going to end up killing most of them. Very little damage taken there. I don't know why that guy felt like he did, but I think he just felt like he had to. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take some antibiotics. Oh, took the wrong one there. I'll do this to get rid of the knee pain. Easy. I could have very well used my...
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Could have used my gun there, my M60, 4.6 times damage, just for shooting across the way. Making this look really easy. It's not a sniper rifle by any means, but still pretty good. I missed my hit there. I missed my hit there for sure. Sometimes when you have these mobs that are armored, it's a little hard to kill them, but it's still pretty good. You're not gonna get a melee weapon that's gonna deal this much damage. None of them will. This is just too good. I can't stress that enough. We'll double check and make sure that we're doing it clear. A lot of times we get infested areas after the full clear. So I'm not running a quest. I know that having an infested full clear is much different than just running a POI by itself, but it's just the same stuff. It's just gonna have a little more zombies, or well, maybe not a little, but they'll have more zombies. Okay, let's see. Where do we need to go? We're gonna find the light, right? I don't want to go there. Take me right back down to where I was, I feel like. So, been in this BOI yet? Maybe there's a light down here that I missed. Normally there's a light that tells you where you need to go. Okay, I guess I went the wrong way. Me out here messing up while I'm trying to show you guys the build. You would think that you would have something there. Maybe there's a way down stairs that I missed. And I just had to up here. This, which is very much a thing. You can get different types of stuff where you're restoring power and other stuff. I did see other ways around. Yeah, in one of the bathrooms, there was a way around. That's right. One of the bathrooms. This one here, in particular. So we can come in here, and I think that through here we go. Is where we go. Okay. Yeah, we can go through here. Probably have to go around. If I can get up on the... Yeah, do I have to cut it? I do. Go ahead and cut that there. Much better. There we go. Okay, so now we're in here. That's the lock. A lot of loot there. Grab that. See what that opened up. Hopefully it just opened this up. And I think we do have to go outside. My goodness. That's gonna suck. Which way do we go out here? If there is a way to see it. Okay. Maybe I need to go down. Maybe I went up as far as I can go up. We're gonna break the glass on purpose. Just to go down. It's fun. I can't help it. Okay. Maybe we can open up one of these doors. No, definitely not. But there is a light here that's telling us to go this way. Just me getting lost, guys. That's all there is to it. Nothing big here. Let's go back down and see if there's a way down and around. Maybe we can go further downward. It's definitely locked. Maybe I missed. Kind of don't.
My senses have picked
Kind of
up
think that
something.
there wouldn't be something inside of or outside that would take us further down. I mean, it would. This is a tall building, but that being said, getting this go down further. Is the thing. Okay, so I guess we do have to go down somewhere, some way. There's a way to go down here in this POI, and I don't know how to do it, so we'll find it. I'm not jumping down there. That'll kill me. Although that is an option. That is an option. Make sure there's no like latches or anything here that I missed while I was there. Most definitely a stairwell someplace that I can go down to a different part. So it has to be outside here. I'm just not seeing it. You go this way then. Now, I don't suggest ever really doing this. Like I do it. I'm a bit of a loser trying to figure these things out. But there are some things hidden out there that are very much things that people use. Okay. Well, we've already been this way though, right? We've already been this way. Maybe I passed the broken window. Second.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Again, let's squat down. Where are they at? Okay, so let's go ahead and crouch. We're gonna get out the M60. This is going to be a swarm like I talked about. Maybe not as bad as what I had thought. Sorry about all that confusion, guys. It took me a minute to figure out where to go. I don't know why he was outside like that, but it's okay. Yeah, sorry about all that confusion. I didn't realize. Well, most of these hits that I'm doing are just left hits. That's a right click hit. So I'm not doing a whole lot of like power attacks. These radiated whites are kind of hard to kill, but you just stand there, taking it in the face.
Master, we are not alone.
lot of zombies that are really pissed off right now. You can tell they're out there just screaming up a storm. Do I go that way and drop down? I very could drop down over the railing as well. I think that's probably the safest bet. I'm not using any light sources. Don't feel the need. Normally you could put like night vision or something on your helmet to help you navigate this. And I think that's part of my problem. The reason why I got lost is because I was not being able to see where to go. Barrel sense. Not bad. He had a lot of... Oh wow, they're just out there just fighting. So, just thinking about this here. This is an ambush area. This is one of those areas where you would have like a lot of zombies coming at you. We're gonna kill this guy fairly quick, I think. I did take a lot of damage there. Well, not a lot of damage, but I did take a lot of bleeding. Those bleeds always suck. You can tell, like, if you were to come into this area without stealth, you would get swarmed by zombies. It would just be one giant swarm of zombies. And there's still some zombies on the other side here that I haven't woken up yet. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. Trying to find where those guys are at. Okay, he died fairly quick, so that's not that big of a problem. Now we need to go to the elevator shafts over here. We'll see how we can get down. I think that just goes further down one way. Same here. So which way do I go? Do I follow the light here, or do I go down this way? Let's follow the light. Let's just go to the light. Yeah, we'll cut this down. Now remember, 50% more muffled on noise that I make, so this stuff doesn't really bother the zombies too much. I mean, it might not be the best. I guess I could have went down the dark side there and been much better off. Or, hear me out, I could have went through the door and protect it. Okay, so this right here is another area where we have tons of zombies that would swarm you. You see them all over there. So how do we take care of this? There's triggers here, so as you go past, that's when they start to trigger. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Stop our bleeding. A lot of them are still asleep, so that's good. Still really good here.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Okay, so we have a lot of armored baddies here. Notice how I barely had to use my M60 the entire time. Primarily, just whenever I'm getting too swarmed, you can get wrecked by through bleeds. I'm just wearing medium armor. I have some padding plates on there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to be copacetic or a-okay. Not everything is going to be fine. But I think we are handling this fairly well. The sneak bonuses and stuff like that, they're really high damage. And I've not really taken that much damage. These radiated zombies. See? Still asleep. Standing right next to him. Crazy. Let's get these radiated killed. Barrel. He had a lot of health, by the way. Nice. So we got all of those guys dead. It's really good. We have this guy here.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I'm gonna bring him back here. Okay. And I've got one asleep here. I'll kill him. He's a radiated worker. He has armor, so it makes him a little harder to kill. Now we can go up. And there we are. That's it. That's the build right there. We've got tons and tons of other builds that we're going to be doing as well. Let's go out here and save this bear. This bear has been throwing down with all of these zombies. I don't think that bear wants me now. We're just going really slow. We're moving really slow. Okay. I'm leaving you alone. There we go. We'll go up here. We'll spot. He can't get up here, so eventually he'll go away, right? Or not. he's pissed. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my chest pop there whenever I just stretched. But no, seriously, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you like the little tips and tricks that you can do. This is a really good build for anybody. It's one of those builds where you can do a lot of solo play, which is really good, especially in this game, because there's not a whole lot of multiplayer servers out there that people intend to play with or be a part of. Feel free to drop me a subscribe. I'll be posting more videos like this in the future, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Every view, every subscription really helps me out greatly. Appreciate it so much. You have no idea. Small content creators like me rely on viewers like you. So thank you from the very bottom of my heart for even getting this far. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart for hitting that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and until the next one, stay spooky.